So, Arsenal won, Sheffield United won in a game that I cannot believe that we didn't come out with the win. I'm disappointed. I feel awful, and not just because of the game, but I've got a bit of man flu at the moment, and the energy isn't quite at 100%. So forgive me, but I will try my best in this video. It's almost a game of two halves, and again, we're seeing kind of the same things that go wrong in this game like it's done in previous games. But it's not the coach's fault, and it's really come to do with the previous regime and the current tactics not really melding together. And what I mean is that we have the tactic of us pressing, this pressing type of play, but that means that you need to have players that have a lot of energy, players that are willing to run, players that are willing to work hard and do all the necessary things they need to do in order to execute the coach's tactics. This team right now is not fully capable of executing the coach's tactics across 90 minutes. For 60, they're fine. For 65, they're fine. But for 75 minutes and beyond, it's a little bit of like, it starts to break apart. And then you see a goal coming from Sheffield United. So I took a few notes like how I always do on my phone. Today I am recording it from another phone that I've got. But I thought, you know what, the first half, really good. I think Arsenal started off a bit slow. Checked out the game on a stream online. We did start off slow for the first 10, 15, maybe even 20 minutes. But then Arsenal started to pick up again. And you know what, that's where they started feeling the confidence. Started doing everything that needed to be done. And it took us a while to really kind of break down Sheffield United in terms of how we were going to go out there and get a goal. And everything really comes from Bukayo Saka. Once again, I've talked about this guy so many times during this game and during this season, in that he a left winger naturally by trade. I know he's played at left back when he was a little bit younger and for England at times, but he is a left winger. But Bukayo Saka was, again, absolutely fantastic. Giving 100% in a position that's not even his own. When you had a guy like Maitland-Niles 6 months ago telling people he's not a right back. Saka has been there and he's worked hard and he's done all the right things and he's getting assists. He's getting assists. And today he gets an assist. You know, bombs forward, you know, trying to make some attacking moves, creativity. Crosses the ball, it slightly defects off Baldock, but into the path for Martinelli, and Martinelli gets the goal. Fantastic. And again, I love the almost synergy between Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli, because there is something there. I mean, both of these players constantly are finding one another to be able to create goals for them on that left-hand side. And I really do like it. I cannot wait for something like next season when Martinelli moves more as a striker and Bukayo Saka comes further forward as a left winger. Because I think that's when we will really see the real chemistry between Martinelli and Saka, and how Saka is helping to make Martinelli such a better player by helping him to score more goals. And this was one of those games where both of them together truly were able to execute that. So I really like that aspect of it. And, you know, hopefully that goes on to continue towards the rest of the season and, you know, the season after that. And you know what? For the most part, the first half was a really good, well-balanced first half. A little bit, some downs, a little bit of ups. But for the most part, Arsenal were somewhere in the middle. You know, they were trying hard, they were working hard. I mean, even at the end of the game, you know, you look at the amount of possession that we had, you know, we had over 60% possession at the end of the game. You know, it just really shows what we're trying to do and the dominance we were trying to create in. And I was really impressed by everything that everyone was trying to do. But in the second half, this is where issues start kind of rolling in. First of all, and I know this is a gripe for everyone, VAR. So Pepe gets the ball, drives forward like what Pepe normally does, and then he gets taken down in the box. Everyone's thinking it's a penalty. Everyone is thinking it is a penalty. But no. The referee doesn't see it that way. He doesn't even have the decency to go over to the side of the pitch and to go and check VAR. To check to see what's going on. You know? VAR. Where was that? Nothing. I don't... This is what the fans have the frustrations with VAR. Consistency. Situations like that should have gone to the screen. They would have seen that it was a foul, he was brought down in the box, and it should have been a penalty. It's that simple. It really is that simple. So, Arsenal don't get a penalty then for that one. And then, not long later, things start to break down. We start to see errors come into play. Mustafi started the game. I should have mentioned that in the beginning. Who, for the most part, was pretty much solid, but he did have a couple of errors that I watched the game thinking, it's very close to scoring a goal for Sheffield United. So, I mean, we got to watch out for that. It's a lot of close calls in the second half. A lot. And a large majority of that had to do with the fact that the Arsenal players got tired. A lot of players weren't tracking back anymore. And even when Arsenal were breaking on the attack later on in the second half, at times you had two players only available when there are 7-8 Sheffield United players that they have to really deal with. So not much options going there. And that's the part that only over time we'll be able to really rectify. But the Sheffield United goal comes in from literally, what's his name? John Fleck takes a volley. Unfortunately, another deflection that screws Arsenal over. Deflects off of Maitland-Niles and takes a little bit of a weird bounce to where you could tell it probably... Bernd Leno had no idea where this was going to go and scores the goal, and Sheffield United get a goal back. And it's another situation where I think you guys, like myself, are wondering, what is it that we have to do in order to get a win? You know, we've been doing all the right things, but the wins aren't coming. We're getting a lot of draws. Like, it's a lot. But Sheffield United score a goal. And then, kind of summing up the overall game, Arsenal didn't really create a lot of chances. Our final ball overall just wasn't that great. And I know a lot of injuries to key players could maybe at times help with that. But we were on top for the large majority of this game. There's no reason why Arsenal didn't have enough to finish off this game, even within the first half. And we've got to be more clinical with creating chances and just more clinical with putting away those chances. But again, it's another performance from Arsenal's and Mikel Arteta's Arsenal that I'm quite impressed. Again, you know, they're doing all the right things. They really are. But it's time to get some wins. It really is. It's time to get some wins. But I will say, first of all, even though we got a draw, and like with historically any other top six side, draws end up feeling like losses. But it's a draw. We got a point out of it right now, so it's not too bad. But definitely, men of the match. And you can see on the thumbnail, I've got John Fleck, Martinelli, and Lucas Torreira. I will say this. Obviously, this is an Arsenal channel, so I'll talk mainly about Arsenal. But Gabriel Martinelli and Lucas Torreira, their energies did not stop. Constantly running around the pitch, tracking back. They have almost the natural energies to get up and down the pitch. Those are two players that ain't going anywhere. For sure. Not going anywhere. They did all the right things, and they were probably the only two players on the pitch that are ready to play the Mikel Arteta Arsenal style of football. I like what they did. I really, really did. Along with Saka, who was absolutely brilliant. Again, he was one that was starting to tire out, but you understand, again, you know, he's coming from playing academy level football last year, and now he's playing in the first team. And you know what? He's done incredibly well. So I cannot criticize Saka at all, and all I can do is give him a whole bunch of praise. And I hope he continues this great vein of form over the next season. And over the next several games. But guys, let me know your thoughts on the game. I mean, I'm a little disappointed. I predicted 2-0. Wasn't quite to be. Obviously 1-1. I'm not particularly surprised with the draw, but I was right in that I don't see Arsenal losing this game. And we didn't. So leave your comments below on what you guys thought of the game. I know some of you already did from my last video that I uploaded. But yeah, really looking to hear some new people's thoughts on that. Leave your comments below. Like, and if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button, which should be somewhere around here or somewhere along here. Now, I will see you all again next time. Peace.